Chapter 247, I despise you from the bottom of my heart too. Some of the seniors felt their faces hurt even more. Below the stage, Wen Xiao's expression became extremely solemn. As for the supernatural students beside Wen Xiao, their faces turned pale when they saw this scene. Damn, when did my brother become so powerful? Chai Zhao looked at this scene in disbelief. Even Zhong Ziking, who thought he understood Zhu Tui's strength, was stunned. Brother Zhu, is he already that strong? Zhu Tui has won. Zhu Tui has obtained 91st place on the Longhu overall rankings. Everyone below Feng Chang'an's ranking has automatically fallen by 1 place. Ku Qingshan announced loudly. The last person on the Longhu overall rankings was about to cry. Damn it, Zhu Tui's victory had caused him to be eliminated from the rankings. On the referee's stand, Ku Qingshan quietly wiped the cold sweat off his forehead. Damn it, it has only been 2 months. How had he become so strong? His attack speed was too fast. His reaction seemed to be faster than a professor like him. The speed of the flying sword was even faster than he had expected. He directly caused his mental protection force field to miss. If Zhu Tui's flying sword had not taken a detour, Feng Chang'an would have been sent to the crematorium, burned to ashes. Feng Chang'an's lips trembled as he endured the pain of his broken leg. The more high-spirited he was just now, the more uncomfortable he felt now. Instant kill. He had been instantly killed by Zhu Tui. He had looked down on Zhu Tui previously and even reminded Zhu Tui to be careful. He did not expect Zhu Tui to spare his life in the end. Otherwise, he would already be dead. The school would try their best to ensure the safety of the students on the Longhu overall rankings. But there was one thing they had to be responsible for, and that was their own life. The 2 challengers did not have to be responsible for each other. Thank you. Feng Chang'an raised his head while leaning on his long saber. His lips trembled, but he still said those 2 words to Zhu Tui in the end. You don't have to thank me. You were the one who kindly reminded me first. An eye for an eye. Zhu Tui looked at Feng Chang'an and smiled, revealing his white teeth. This smile made many students' hearts turn cold. An eye for an eye. The other meaning of Zhu Tui's words was that if Feng Chang'an had not kindly reminded him just now, his head might have been blown off by the flying sword. FCAC, the lips of the students who understood this twitched. This method, this flying sword ... It was simply. Not far away, Kuishi's eyes lit up when he saw this scene. Zhang Changtai, Tao Guan, and the others had ugly expressions. Zhu Tui was even stronger than he was 2 months ago. Moreover, from the looks of it, Zhu Tui's increase in strength over the past 2 months was far greater than theirs. But FCAC, they were clearly cultivating non-stop. On the stage of the Longhu Arena, Zhu Tui spoke proudly. The nearly 20,000 spectators in the audience were silent. They were shocked beyond words. Zhu Tui had a chance to win. They had considered this point. His achievements in the exchange and visitation group with the India sector were real. Therefore, many people thought that Feng Chang'an would win the battle between Zhu Tui and Feng Chang'an. They also hoped that Feng Chang'an would win. It would be considered normal if Zhu Tui won. It was not surprising at all. However, Zhu Tui won too quickly. It took less than a second and Feng Chang'an knelt down. In the end, he even thanked Zhu Tui. Feng Chang'an was ranked 91st on the Longhu overall rankings. He was a powerful senior who had fought against a level C genetic mutant in society. Yet, he was defeated by Zhu Tui in a second. They could not help but be shocked. While the students were still in shock, Zhu Tui suddenly turned around. He looked in Wen Xiao's direction and shouted, Mr. Wen, I've disappointed you again. I didn't lose, I won. Upon hearing this, Wen Xiao was so angry that he wanted to curse. Zhu Tui, can you be any more cunning? He did not say anything. What did he mean by disappointing him again? Could he be any more shameless than that? He could not accept this. He had to retort, otherwise, it would definitely affect his image as a professor. Zhu Tui, I didn't. How could a teacher like me? Mr. Wen, don't deny it. Would you still expect me to win after what I said just now? A denial was an admission. You are treating so many students as fools. You have not reached the level of a saint. You definitely won't expect me to win. Zhu Tui's rapid counterattack left Wen Xiao speechless. He had a toothache. He could not avoid being splashed with dirty water. Of course, you can still look forward to me losing, because I will continue to challenge the Longhu overall rankings. After he finished speaking, Zhu Tui shouted at the supernatural students beside Wen Xiao. First-year supernatural students, do you see this? This is my strength. In terms of strength, you guys are not even qualified to be my opponents. Of course, this was related to one's talent. It was not your fault. However, you guys are so cowardly that you don't even have the courage to fight me. A bunch of cowards. To be honest, I despise you from the bottom of my heart. Zhu Tui gave a thumbs up to the first-year seated candidates surrounding Wen Xiao from afar. His face was filled with disdain. Immediately, the green veins on the foreheads of the first-year supernatural students, who had been publicly scolded by Zhu Tun in front of tens of thousands of people or even the entire school, began to bulge. Their faces turned red. They could not stand it. Zhu Tui was too much of a bully. It was just a broken leg. Half a month later, they would be alive and kicking again. They were not the only ones who could not take it. A few ordinary freshmen from the supernatural branch could not take it anymore and suddenly shouted at Zhu Tui. Zhu Tui, I'm also a supernatural type. I'm definitely a man. If you have the ability, come and break my leg. Zhu Tui, I'm a freshman in the supernatural branch. I'm not a coward. Come, let's fight. Even if I hit my head against the ground, I will still spit on you. Zhu Tui pointed at the huge screen on the Longhu list. Go to the rankings. If you dare to be on the rankings, I'll acknowledge you as a man. You're not a coward. I'll break your legs then. The supernatural students who could not stand it were instantly silenced. They couldn't f-king go up. Continue watching the battle. I'll say it again. You have to calm down. Don't be provoked by Zhu Tui. If anyone dares to leave, the evaluation of rashness and impatience would be waiting for you. Wen Xiao's loud reprimand gave the seated contestants a way out. It was not that they were afraid, but their teacher did not allow it. At the same time, Zhu Tui suddenly shouted at Ku Qingshan. Professor Ku, I'll continue to challenge the rankings. Next, I want to challenge the 85th place on the Longhu overall rankings. Ku Qingshan snapped his fingers. All right, we'll make the arrangements immediately. Zhu Tui thanked him with a smile. Then, he looked at Wen Xiao. Mr. Wen, that's enough. You can continue to hope that I lose. Wen Xiao was speechless. His face could not get any darker. He finally realized how stingy Zhu Tui was. This made him feel like he had nothing to say. At this moment, Wen Xiao felt a trace of regret. Zhu Tui was too difficult to deal with.